So I turned off all my recording equipment and I turned off my mic and my camcorder or whatever. But I was sitting here after the game finished and I realized that the game had such heavy themes throughout the whole lot of it. It was really, really heavy, and I feel like I kind of have to talk about some stuff. If you were ever feeling lonely in your life, if you ever contemplate suicide, because that's what the game brought up. It brought up a lot of loneliness, a lot of suicidal thoughts, a lot of suicide was in the game or whatever. If you ever feel that way, just please reach out and talk to somebody. You're never alone. As hard as life seems sometimes, as alone as you may ever feel, you are not. There are always people who love you. People always think that if they commit suicide that it's just going to end all misery and that it's the best way out, it's a solution. It's never a good idea. Suicide is never a good idea, ever. Because while your suffering might be over, other people's isn't. What's going to end up happening is that other people that love you, who you didn't reach out to, or they didn't reach out to you, and you thought nobody loved you, they are going to be left miserable after something like that happens, and they're going to wonder how they could have changed that, how they could have talked to you, how they could have changed your mind. And that's kind of what this game felt like. Stuff was going to happen, and if only you could reach out, talk to people, if only you could reach out and extend some words to them, you could have saved them, maybe, and had happy times together with them again. And it's so sad that some people have to go through that. I lost an uncle to suicide last year, and while I wasn't terribly close to him, I didn't talk to him that much, and it didn't really hit me emotionally that hard. Just thinking about the scenario, thinking about the situation, and listening to my relatives afterwards, it's so sad to hear that kind of stuff happen and to witness it and see what it does to families and to people and that kind of stuff. So please, if you ever feel lonely, if you ever feel sad, if you ever feel bullied or anything like that, just reach out. There are people out there who do love you and are willing to talk to you. And even if they don't love you or they don't know who you are, there are helplines, there are people out there that you can go to, clinics, whatever, that you can talk to them. They really will understand your pain. You don't think they will, but they will. If you're going through depression, anything like that, please, there are better ways to deal with things in your life, and you're never alone. And as long as you're here on the channel, watching my videos, being here with me, talking to me, or listening to me for the last hour talk over a game, you're not alone. Seriously. I knew him enough for it to be a shock, because he was such a nice person and everything, and every time I met him, he always seemed so together and normal. And just one day we woke up and my father found out that his brother had killed himself. And it was by hanging as well. So it's you have no idea how much of a shock it is for people. You think your life is so bad and you just want to end it all, but it affects so many more people than you'd expect when you carry out those actions. So please, if any of you out there are going through suicide right now, or suicidal thoughts, or you've experienced suicide with friends or family or anything like that, please know that you are not alone in these things. There are people out there somewhere who will understand what you're going through. They'll be able to talk to you or get you through these hard times. You may, if some of your immediate family do not want to talk about it, or you find it hard to talk to people or friends or anything, please reach out to somebody. There are suicide helplines. There are you could even go to the police. You can go to hospitals. Anything at all. There are clinics for this kind of stuff. Hotlines. Please talk to somebody. Do not sit alone and think about the implications of what will happen. Do not think about ending it all, because whatever you're going through is temporary. Suicide is permanent. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem that can be fixed. You won't think that it can be fixed. You might be in your darkest period of your life ever, and you just want to end it all, but believe me, it can be fixed. Anything can be worked through or talked about, and this channel is here for you as well. Our community is here for you. If you feel alone or anything, please come talk to us in the comments. We have a really good community here who all love talking to each other and help each other through our problems. So, you guys help me day after day. I live alone and I'm here day after day on my own. So you guys help me feel like I'm talking to somebody. I feel like I'm talking to you guys right now individually. And I hope that I can be here as a voice, as a friend, while playing games for you if you feel lonely or are depressed or anything like that. Jack is here. I may not be able to get to your comment. I may miss it because of how many people are trying to get my attention every day. But my voice is here. My face is here for you. And I believe in you. And whatever you're going through, you can fight through it. And things will get better. I really do believe that for you. So please keep your head up. And like, you may not feel it, but you are a unique, beautiful individual in your own way. So please just keep on fighting and stick in there. YouTube helped me grow as a person far more than anything else I've done in my life ever has. It's changed me so much over the course of 2 years, and it's made me a better person, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And that's why I always try and show how grateful I am to all of you, because without you here watching the stuff and making me feel good about the content that I'm making, I probably still wouldn't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. I probably would have gave up on YouTube and decided to do something else, because that's the way I was. I gave up on stuff very quickly. If something got into a routine or got repetitive, I gave up on it very fast. So YouTube was the thing that I was like, oh my god, I love doing this. This makes me so happy to do. And I fucking threw myself at it. I threw every ounce of my being into doing YouTube. I still do. So much of my time goes into doing YouTube. And I like that. I like doing YouTube. I like having that stuff to drive me, to motivate me. It's something that I really love doing, and it makes me happy every day to wake up and do this. And I think that's what people need to find in their lives. That a lot of people are stuck in dead-end jobs, or they're stuck doing something that they're not happy with, and they want to change their lives. But if you really want change to happen, you're going to have to go out there and do it. You're going to have to go out there and do something for yourself. Something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be something gargantuan. You don't have to go out and quit your job and then go do something else, like take up acting or something, and you're worried that that's not going to work out or anything like that. You can do it in small steps, but you gotta make a change. You gotta start somewhere. You just gotta do it. It sounds stupid to say that like, just go out and do it, but that's the best advice you can give. Everything else is too, like, personal. I could give you very vague advice on what to do, but it's not gonna work for each individual person. It can work for some people, it can work for nobody, but you just gotta go out and find what you want to do, and then do it. Make a start somewhere. It doesn't have to be big. Just go out and do anything, whether it be drawing, writing, acting, photography, video games, something even smaller, like something just like opening your own store. Anything like that. It doesn't have to be some grand concept that's going to change the world. As long as it makes you happy and it makes you feel complete in your soul, then that's all that matters. Then everything else will fall into place after that. You will change the world in different ways. It doesn't have to be like huge gargantuan changes or anything like that. As long as it's making small changes with yourself, then it will rub off on other people. I'm not here to try and like change the way people think. I'm not here to change politics of the world. I'm not here to change some grand sweeping thing across the world. But if I can make myself happy, and then that happiness will spread to others. That happiness will shine through in the content that I make. And I think it does. I think I've done a pretty good job so far of letting that energy flow, letting that happiness and positivity become contagious towards other people, and it spreads to others. They get motivated to do their own thing, then that spreads to others again, and it's a never-ending cycle of happiness. And like, it takes so much more energy to be sad and be down than it does to actually get up and make a start on that one thing that you need to do. And any of you out there who are feeling very lonely, very depressed, very sad, anxious, or you're having panic attacks, anything like that, it's not a bad thing. You're not a bad person. You can get out of it, and I believe in you. If nobody else believes in you, just trust that I believe in you. That you can go out and do that thing. If I can get out of the lazy idiot that I was into doing something like this on the scale that it is now, anybody can do anything. I just sit here and I yell at stuff all the time, but it makes such an impact on people's lives, and that makes me super happy. And seeing the change that just saying like hello to somebody in a message can make to their day really makes me happy. So go out there, find what drives you, find what motivates you, find what your true passion is, and throw yourself at it. It might not work out at first. You might feel like it's going to fail. You might feel like it's too much to take on, but just make a start somewhere. If you want change to happen, make a start and do it. And I believe in you, and you really can do whatever it is you want to do. Nothing is impossible for any people. I'm starting to sound like Shia LaBeouf, and I'm sorry. But as silly as the Shia LaBeouf motivational speech is, there's so much truth in it. But for now, thank you guys for watching this video. I know I go on rants at the end of these videos, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to play these games and then go, I'm going to make a big philosophical message at the end and everyone's going to think I'm great. That's not why I do it. It just kind of happens. It makes me think. And I know I did it at the end of The Park. I'm not trying to like compound these types of games. I was literally going through Tumblr and one of the things I followed displayed this game and I was like, this looks like a cool experience to get in and try out just to see what it's like. And I was right. It was a cool thing to experience. So